I'm gonna keep it private. Please. I would love for you to keep it private.
Welcome back to another episode of the Reke and Reem podcast.
Another one.
It's Kareem.
Another one. I'm always on my P's and Q's. It's Reem and Reke. What it do? Look at that.
There you go.
I was a pimp in the past life. I was a pimp in this life. I am a pimp in this life.
keep it rolling. Keep it rolling.
You already know what it is, baby.
What's good with you, Playboy? It's been a little minute.
Man? What else is good, man? You know, just living, growing, stacking.
Yeah.
Poeing.
That's important.
All that. Not poeing, nothing for real.
Water for hydration.
Yeah. Water. Straight
Speaking of which,
Aquafina.
I fixed my juicer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited.
Shout out to that. Congratulations. Juice is good.
It's amazing.
It's really good for the body.
And the soul.
And so is tea.
Facts.
I've been trying to get people to drink more tea. He's been drinking coffee, staining their teeth. Breath smelling like cat shit.
You know what tea is really good? Egyptian chamomile tea.
I was about to say chamomile.
Yo.
I was about to say chamomile.
Normally, I don't even rock with chamomile like that.
Not
but
chamomile.
I had some Egyptian chamomile at the airport, and I was like, "Yo, this is amazing." It was like next level. Normally, chamomile tastes like leaves.
See, I had lemon chamomile.
See, lemon chamomile.
That shit was crazy, and I had some raspberry ginger.
Wow, baby!
Both of them.
Not the clue bomb.
Both of them.
Not the clue bomb.
Both of them. All I gotta say is.
What are we talking about today?
All right, so let's get into the shits. JLo and A-Rod have called it quits.
I was like, yo, where'd that come from? Because we ain't talking about that at all.
We didn't, but that's a big news, man. That's some big fucking news. JLo and A-Rod, the perfect Latino couple.
How long's? I feel like
Latin American
Mark
dream.
Anthony was probably with her was probably the perfect Latin couple. A-Rod's like the perfect Latin American couple.
That's what I'm saying. They're the Latin American dream.
American, like USA American.
They are the Latin American dream. The Latin American dream.
That's hilarious.
She dances and sings. Jenny from the block. He hits dingers. I hit the wrong button. That was a good joke. Yeah, but they called it Splitsville. They said we're better off friends after all this time, which makes me beg the question.
That means he's out here exercising options.
Yes. Yeah. They both already. That means they.
Doesn't he have kids?
I believe so.
Yeah.
You know, if you didn't know who A-Rod was, like if you were just first
regular,
dude, you would think he had a little fruit in the cup. Just a smidge.
Who's the rookie that plays for the Wolves? Anthony, what's his name?
Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, you heard when they asked him about A-Rod buying the team, and he was like, "A-Rod, who's that?" And they were like, "What?"
Yo, he's hilarious.
And then the next day, A-Rod was on Instagram in his story. He tagged him. He was like, "Yo, hi Anthony, I'm Alex," just being goofy.
Hey, that's the owner of the team now.
Yeah,
well, one of them.
And when he got his earrings, he look at my diamonds dancing. Anthony Edwards is hilarious.
Look at he's literally like he just be saying whatever. It's like he's smart enough to talk, but he knows no one really like.
I think in that regard, he's like a more goofy Gilbert. Because
Exactly.
Gilbert's like a very skilled and intentional troll, and I think that Anthony Edwards is more.
He's just younger.
Yeah, he's just
much
trying
younger.
to be more funny with it than trolling with it.
Much younger. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like him and LaMelo. Rookie of the year competitions. He is nice, but the shit Melo be saying on camera is hilarious. Because you got to think, he been on camera since he was 16. He been trolling.
Did you see when they asked him for the NBL? They were like, yo, Nicki or Cardi B? He's like, wait, what you mean? Like music or like sexually? and then like he didn't even let it go. He said, well, for music, Cardi B, but sexually, Nicki Minaj. And he was just straight. Like that's
straight
what it
up.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, if you ask him straight up, I'm gonna answer.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. Niggas don't be asking questions straight up. But Yeah, they do. Niggas don't be answering straight up. That's what I meant to say. Niggas don't be answering straight up. If you just answer straight up, life is 10 times better.
Don't be a nigga.
Don't be a nigga, but be a nigga.
I don't know what that means. All right, go ahead. What's that?
All right. So yeah, rest in peace to JLo and A-Rod's relationship. They're probably not going to remain best of friends. Not saying they're going to hate each other, but they're probably not going to speak much, except at like occasions when they see each other.
I mean, it depends on what kind of friends they are.
Yeah. Nah, hey man. Hey. Relationships are looking a lot less monogamous these days.
Yo, it's a whole different world out there.
It's a whole different world. A whole new world.
But you know what's eventually gonna happen though?
Niggas is gonna get sick.
Yeah, but because there's gonna be a handful of dudes that have all the women, and then a lot of guys that have none. And you know what happens when that happens in societies?
Death.
Yeah, extreme violence.
Yeah. Someone's gonna kill them niggas. Someone's gonna get angry and kill them.
It won't. I don't think it'll be in our lifetime, but I think if not our kids, definitely our grandkids. It's gonna be straight back to like one man, 15 wives, and it's gonna be mad dudes, just nothing.
Hey,
because there are, we talked about it earlier. There's dudes like that now.
There are definitely dudes like that now.
Don't get no shakes at all.
It's just sad because it's dudes like that, and women are still out here asking for equality, and it's like,
what?
You competing? What equality? Like, you and your homegirl, y'all got the same nigga.
Oh.
And you like, I want equality. It's like, all right, slide over a little, 2 inches, share the sheets.
Yo, you stupid.
So what else is going on in the world?
Yo, so you saw? Did y'all see that video of Floyd? You saw Floyd?
It's hilarious. Yeah.
So I'm
Floyd
unsure.
Is a master marketer.
How much of that was staged and how much of it was real? Because, like at the end, one of Logan Paul's bodyguards had on a TMT hat.
I seen that.
So at that point, I was like, oh, okay. It's like, what is going on here? And his job could have very well, because you got to think, though, it could be that Floyd's machine is big enough to where he's just like, I'll just handle everything. And so just all of his bodyguards are there just to keep control of everything. Yeah. Like, because if you're, as a professional, you can't pick sides, right?
Yeah. And Floyd also owns a lot of things.
Yeah. Having said that, though, I feel like Jake Paul's mad disrespectful for no reason.
Have you seen the video of somebody from his hometown basically saying who Jake Paul was, which was expected?
Nah. What do you say?
It was like after the fight with Ben Askren and the BS he was talking about. He's like, I used to landscape. I was just a kid with a dream, and I worked hard, and I got it. And this white kid's like, no, you didn't. You didn't work hard. You were the bully. He was like, yeah, everybody landscaped because everybody's parents was rich, so everybody had big yards.
Oh, wow.
So he was like, you really ain't do shit.
Yes and no. I would say because he made the point that when he was on the I Am Athlete podcast, what he said was that YouTube is harder than boxing.
Oh, for sure.
Being successful at YouTube is harder than boxing. So, like, in regards to the traction that him and his brother have built and the celebrity they built strictly off YouTube, that's a lot of hard work. Like, a lot of hard work. And just from the last 2 years now of doing the pod, like, to post something every day and know the marketing and keep it interesting and so on and so forth, to keep that up for enough time that you become globally recognized. I won't call them icons, but they're definitely globally recognized. And if not globally, definitely United States. And I mean, everyone looks here anyway. So like that is a lot of work.
So I just thought about something. Hard work puts you in the position that you want to be. Smart work puts you in the position that you need to be.
Elaborate. When
you work hard, that means you just know you probably have to do one thing a whole lot to get good at it. And then you're good at that thing now. Versus as when you work smart, you understand that there are moves that have to be made in different areas and arenas. So it's not you just putting your head down and just plowing forward as far as you can go, and then looking up when you're done and look behind like, oh, I got far. Smart work is, let me look up and see what's out there and see what things I have to attend to and what things I don't have to attend to. If that makes sense. That might not be the case. Just popped in my head. It'll make sense in like 6 months. Watch.
Man, just let it breathe. You don't got to qualify.
I know.
Just let it breathe.
Yeah. It'll make sense in 6 months. Y'all get it.
It's an interesting perspective.
Because they always say work smarter, not harder. Think about it. A guy who has a job where he goes in and does physical work all day. It's like, yeah, you go do that. You get an amount of money or whatever you get paid for the day.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. Because you set a thing for the day. There's only so much you can do as a human being.
Mm-hmm.
Versus as if you work smarter, you might alleviate some of that work, spread it out, then you got more jobs. Or, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It'll make sense in 6 months. It will. I know it will.
I always felt like working smarter was about leverage. So, like, for example, let's say you design things, right? And you can make stuff. Yeah. Someone needs 100 shirts.
Yeah.
Now, you can either just design the shirt, outsource it, and collect the difference, give yourself a buffer, or you could take on the additional work of actually pressing up all the shirts, like yourself. Okay. And you may end up with more money, but you also will have spent a lot more time.
Exactly.
So like which one of those is the smarter thing to do? Now, if I have one client a month, then I should press the shirts. But if I can do 8 a day, assuming the designs take an hour a piece, absolutely outsource.
Exactly. That's why I said smart work puts you where you need to be. Hard work puts you where you want to be because it's a straight goal that you see. Like we were talking about before, when when you have that gratitude moment. Mm-hmm. The thing that you usually need to do is the thing you usually don't want to do.
Oh, for sure. 100%.
So once you're done with it, you look back and you appreciate it because it puts you in a position that you didn't think you were going to be in, but you ultimately realize you need to be in. Versus as when you work towards the thing that you want, when you look back, it's like, I ain't fulfilled. Because the thing that you want is usually,
I see
or whatever. You see what I'm saying? That's that connection. It'll make sense in 6 months. It'll all make sense in 6 months.
That's about to be your catchphrase.
Yep. Because everything I say makes sense in 6 months or less. So, okay. All right, let's keep it pushing. Let's go over to we just talked about these two. Let's go over to this money, this government. We're supposed to be getting some breads from Sleepy
Actually,
Joe.
I got a letter the other day. It was like, if you don't get this extra bread, or this is a letter from your president, and like, if you don't get this bread in 7 days, reach out to this website. And I'm like, checking my account. I ain't get it yet, but like, I got a different disbursement at some other period of time, and I'm just like, wait, which one is it supposed to be? Do I get both?
You feel me? Hey, I got a letter like that months after once, and I was like,
did you get the second?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you got the second spot? Okay, I got some more bread to look forward to then. Let's go. Let's go, Sleepy Joe.
Hey, let's go, Sleepy Joe.
Fill my coffers so they may overflow.
Go, Sleepy Joe.
With crypto.
You feel me? They saying Joe talking about 10 bangers. 10 bangers.
I mean, I don't even understand. That's like,
You think niggas is getting flued out now?
Yo, it's going to be chaos.
Oh, my God. We going to see the trenches. The trenches about to explore the world.
Listen, and y'all can explore the world with some Nerdy Designs bags. Let's get it. NerdyDesigns.com. Let's go. Yeah, I mean, if he's sending out 10 bands, I'll take it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I got on it too. I'm not gonna say too much because I don't want him to change his mind. Good idea, Sleepy Joe. Now,
appreciate you, my boy.
Yeah, appreciate you. Go take a nap. Now on to the NBA. You looking at me because I told him to take a nap?
Nah.
So
I was thinking about more sound effects that we should have.
we definitely do need some more sound effects. Or we gotta add some music in the edits. But Russell Westbrook has been a video game lately.
Yo, he finally decided to just play point guard.
He finally decided, and that's funny. I made that point the other night. He's getting more efficient.
Yeah.
11 for 17, and still got his triple double.
Yeah, because he had 20? He had 20 boards, 20 assists, something crazy. He's been going off.
It was 24 boards, 21 assists, and 13 points. He's found his niche.
Yeah, and letting B. Beal get off like he always wanted to.
Yeah, Bradley Beal has mastered how to score 30 points. He's got it down to a science.
Bradley Beal has mastered Russ. The unfortunate thing is that they're not going to do anything in the playoffs without some extra pieces.
No, not at all.
But I
love.
The
super unfortunate thing is they don't really have no pieces to get no pieces.
I love what Russ is doing though, for sure, because he's always catching flack for his style of play. I do still feel like he should have a jumper, just being an NBA guard. Centers have jumpers now. Why don't you? But everybody can't have 13 points in 20 and 20. They're not doing it.
Exactly.
So I love that for him.
In that case, you can't have your cake and eat it too. So he don't need a jumper. Cause he can add one, but at this point, bro, what is Russ, 32?
Don't matter. You can get a jumper in the summer.
He can. He don't need it though.
Doing them dumbbell push-ups instead of shooting J's. Don't nobody care how strong you are, bro. Why do players?
Maybe that's why
do
he can
NBA
do it.
players do that though, right? I don't get that. We know you strong, fam. No one cares about your off-season work. What?
It's for the bitches.
He's married.
Still, he has a brand.
You're right.
He's a sex symbol for no reason. He has a brand. He's a fashion.
It's because of his sartorial choices.
Exactly.
The clothes he likes to wear make him whatever. But
okay,
cool. Then do that just work on your jumper. Damn it.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying. Just work on your jumper, bro. Brody. Come on, Brody.
The fucking Brody. But yeah, Russ has been looking like a video game. Shout out to Russ. He's got the city back looking like we can do something, even though we ain't gonna do shit.
CP has the Suns in first place right now.
Yeah, Chris Paul got the Suns looking like they about to go to the lead, to the chip.
I don't know about that.
Maybe not the chip, but they got their record looking like the chip record.
Yeah, they do. So if they finish, because they're number one in the West, who's number one in the league right now?
Probably, I think it's still the Jazz, because they just was
impossible
going on a tear.
The Suns are in first place.
Then it has to be the Suns. Because I don't think
we got the internet.
Or maybe Milwaukee randomly, because Milwaukee be having good records. I don't know, but I would assume it would be the Suns. Hey, Chris Paul out here balling.
Yeah, it's so funny that we had this argument the other day. CP3 or AI?
Ooh, that. See, that's very.
Oh, the Jazz took it back over.
That's a very, very good question because,
wow, the Suns are second overall. Carry on.
What is my team looking like? Do I have somebody else that can score by themselves? Or do I have to do everything? Granted, because I feel both of them can do everything. Not everything, but they can do enough. Chris Paul plays smarter to his size. And I think Allen Iverson plays larger than his size.
Yeah.
They both use their size to their advantage, but it's two different levels.
AI is like Mighty Mouse.
Yeah, AI is like Mighty Mouse. He's gonna run into you, run over stuff, keep running, and you'll be like, "How is he still going?"
CP's like Brain.
Yeah, he's gonna sit in the corner and whisper something to the ref, and somebody's gonna get kicked out the game. It's like, why? He has shoes that were banned last year, and it's like, how does he know?
So at first, I was definitely straight AI. But then
it depends on the team,
right? But just in a vacuum.
In a vacuum,
pick one. If they were playing 1-on-1, I'll go AI every time. No question.
Every single time.
As far as building a team, though, it's hard to. It doesn't really matter who else. If you had to pick one of them as your first pick for a team,
For it,
basketball wise,
yeah, for a 5-man roster, I'm going Chris Paul.
yeah, basketball wise, it does like CP is the best choice. But for excitement and I deign to say this word, but nostalgia, just because like the only reason why I like patent leather Jordans is because of Allen Iverson. And like,
yeah,
that's
Georgetown was a sick. Hey, that was a great time.
And so I do think though he to me he never really played with any great players, but then in the same note, when Chris Paul hasn't had great players, he's been able to elevate the squad as a whole. But I think that like AI would drop dimes if he had folks that he
definitely had the capability.
He just didn't do it. So
definitely had the capability. But that's a great question.
So I had to change my choice to CP.
That's a great question.
So I did.
Lakers are looking shitty.
They always do that.
I was about to ask, is this because we got to think about but Bron also is a master of talking to the media, because in a recent press conference, he was talking about how he doesn't think he's like, I'm never going to get back to 100%. He's like,
oh, he said that?
Yeah.
That's cap.
Yeah.
Because the question is, what's 100%? Because they might be talking about year 3 Bron. They might be talking about, put 40 on the Celtics Bron or whatever, 38
True.
on the Bron.
I think they were talking about his ankle, though.
They
like
could have
just
been
in
talking,
general.
right? But him, though, like to your point, because he plays through injuries all the time. I mean, all NBA players do for real. So when he says, I'll never be back to 100%, like what is the 100% point that he's referring to?
Yeah.
Because he very well
couldn't
mean, he may not mean a month ago. He might have been playing at 93% for the last 5 years. We don't know.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really mean anything.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
And even if he can't play at 100%, what?
Yeah, I was going to say.
In my opinion, he's the best player to ever touch a rock. Him not at 100% is still better than almost everybody else on the planet. Who cares?
It is a couple people's 100%. Like his 83.
Yeah.
It's like
his 83 still starts on any team in the NBA.
His 83 is probably like Paul George.
Don't slander that man like that.
Yeah.
That was for Paul George.
His 83 is definitely for Paul George. Yeah. Paul George got to stop crying, man.
But can you imagine, like, let's say he's not 100 and he has to play like Charles Barkley. Who's going to see him?
Yeah.
Nobody.
That's the scary thing about
post
Bron.
up 2 dribbles, turn around, pump fake, turn back, dunk.
He's literally the greatest athlete in every position except center.
Who's a better athlete center, JaVale?
Wilt was a better center athlete. I'm talking about like of all time.
Okay.
He is like
you're saying right now. I was like, what?
Oh no. Of all time, for like every position except center and power forward, he's like the greatest athlete.
And you don't even have no real post game. Can you imagine? Like if he actually went to work
he
over
just
a summer,
dribbles and like pushes his hip a little bit and he turns quick.
And does that little But imagine if he spent a whole summer just working on a post game.
Yeah, if
like
he
that's
spent
it.
some time with Hakeem.
Yeah, which he's done, but just to get footwork, not to develop a full post game.
Yeah.
So imagine
spend some time with Shaq.
Imagine if he had to play traditional power forward basketball.
I wonder if Giannis has ever asked Shaq to work him out. Probably.
Pause. Maybe.
Yeah, definitely pause. Good catch.
Yeah, and that's why I think Bron could play until like Bronny is like in year 4, because he can just go play traditional power forward as long as he can make it up and down. I mean, think about Zach Randolph. Zach Randolph was making a living for a minute. Like Zach Randolph is like Bron at 56. Sorry, Zach. I'll say Zach Randolph in his last couple of years in the league.
Yes,
was like Bron at like 56.
Yeah, that
not prime Zebo.
I wonder what Bron is going to look like at 56. That's funny. Like you think he's going to get the Will Smith gut?
I'm talking about at like 56%.
Oh,
that's what I meant.
That's what I meant. I meant age 56. You think Bron at 56 going to get the Will Smith gut? It's like he still looks in shape with a shirt on.
I don't think
when he takes it off, he got a little.
That might have been. I don't know. I'm not sure if that was a real picture, but I don't think Bron will. No.
You never know.
Because you think about like in terms of his pursuit of being a billionaire and a global icon. Like you think of CR7, Cristiano Ronaldo, like half of his brand is being in shape. Like his whole thing is I'm the most fit athlete that plays soccer. Period.
Yeah.
Full stop.
That is true.
He might even say on the planet. And so like for Bron,
Bron's brand is also I spend $1 million on my health and
it's
fitness
like right.
a
So
year.
it's like 2. So let's say he cuts that in half because he's not playing anymore. You still spend $1 million a year on your health. Like you're still gonna have trainers. You're not gonna be doing 2 days or whatever it is extreme stuff he's doing now. But even half of that is still gonna be far more than anybody else is doing.
That's true. It's like he
Got
is
the
just
chefs, dietitians.
he's just gonna look like LeBron until kind of like Kobe, but hopefully no.
Well,
Good knock on wood
hopefully we
song.
get to see old Bron.
All right, yeah, we're gonna see old Bron. We're definitely gonna see old Bron. And the last thing I got for the league is who's the MVP this year? I think it's Jokic. When you gotta look
it's looking like it, bro.
when you gotta go the full thing, gotta be Jokic.
It's looking like it.
And I'm excited about his speech.
Well, especially
I am so excited for that speech.
But especially if
I'm not
if
going to
they
say
end
it.
up, well, they're gonna have to improve their standing though.
They are. They've been bumping lately though.
Yeah,
He's been turning the league into LA Fitness. He's been finding his little niche.
so they're 1, 2, 3. They're 4th overall.
Mm-hmm.
And they're 4 games behind the Suns, 5 behind the Jazz. I don't like. It's doable. It's doable.
Yeah.
Is Jamal Murray out for the season?
Yep. So that ACL.
Yeah, but good thing they got Eric Gordon.
Yeah, that was a great pickup.
So like, yeah, I think that now he's the unquestionable focal point of that offense. Like there isn't even a conversation anymore, right? So that means all the touches and looks that Jamal Murray would have got is him, but now he's playing point guard from the center of the paint. So like, I think that they could get back into first place, and then if they do, he's absolutely the MVP, no question. I mean, Joel thinks he's the MVP, but like, if you had to pick between Joel and Jokic,
I'm taking Jokic.
We
Everybody hates Joel.
Even I don't even hate Joel, but did you see when he hit I don't know who it was, but hit him with like an in and out to a cross and then step back? Like, bro, you're 7+, like probably got 80 pounds on KD. How are you doing this?
Yeah.
300-pound man doing a step back J from 3.
And the sad thing is that's like one of his unserious moves.
I'm still taking Jokic.
Yeah.
Which just means that if he needs to take it, like we kind of, I guess we didn't really talk about it, but you alluded to it the other day just in terms of like everyone has all this stuff going on and it makes life confusing. Just pick something, get focused, and structure everything else around it. So if Joel decides to actually care about basketball, he could probably be MVP.
Definitely.
But he don't care about it more than Jokic right now. So yeah.
It is what it is.
The Joker for MVP.
Joker for MVP.
He should accept it in a Joker suit.
He should
like get a purple
he
suit
should
with
put
the green and stuff.
He should just it's probably gonna be a Zoom call. He should just answer with like paint on his face.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
Just thank you everybody. Yo, I love Nikola Jokic. All right, let's
what else we got?
We got we talked
cross that shit off.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I gotta start I organized too much and then didn't organize no more. MVP. There's been a lot of trips lately. We had this conversation on a recent pod.
About Instagram ruining vacations?
Yeah. Now I think I've spoken to existence a little bit more of what we were alluding to. People taking trips just to take the trips.
Go on.
And now people are taking these trips however they can. But I'm not it's a very specific type of trip. A very specific type of person.
Okay, so what does that mean as taking them any way they can? And what is the specific type of trip?
It almost goes in part with what we were talking about with Drake earlier. When you are offered
a vacation,
when you are offered it, and that's the funny thing. A lot of them aren't even being presented as that.
It's getting serious.
No, my legs was getting tired. So a lot of them aren't even being presented as that. A lot of them are just I went on vacation. But who funded that vacation?
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's,
like,
yeah.
random dudes like, yo, I'm going here. Come. Okay, that's a vacation.
It is. But at the same time, this is becoming the power move. Like, to let it be known, I'm serious. I'm going to fly you out somewhere for your birthday. I'm going to fly you out somewhere for whatever. For this weekend. We're going to go do this, do that. And it's like, why is this becoming the first move? Let me fly you out. Y'all don't even know each other.
That's interesting because I'm gonna whatever. I used to ask, like when I first started talking to chicks, I used to ask them if they had passports and stuff. And they were like, "Well, you trying to take me out of the country?" And then, depending on who it was, sometimes I would say yeah, but mostly just like I'm trying to see if you like are traveled, if you have any culture. That was my thing, but I definitely wasn't opposed to it, like, and certainly not off no like yeah I'm gonna pay for the whole trip, but like we can go to this destination, you just gotta pay for your shit and whatever. But I feel like traveling is a thing now. Like that's the new flex. Literally everyone says, "Oh, I want to travel," and it's like okay. And to your point, sometimes folks go places and then don't go outside. It's like I'm here. Like no, go absorb some culture. Like actually, like. How you travel halfway across the world and only want to go to Starbucks and Chipotle?
I'm so tired of seeing the beach flicks.
Yeah, like be doing something. It's more than just standing on the beach. That's why, I'm
tired of the beach flicks. I'm tired of the ATV flicks.
Gotta be adventurous.
I'm tired of the zip lining flicks. I'm tired of the
people like you is why I don't take pictures on vacation.
Yeah, I'm tired of the waterfall, the hidden waterfall pictures in like the forest.
Yeah,
those 4 things we've all been. Y'all, you can do that here. You can literally zip line in Maryland.
It's not the same, Reke. Actually, one of the best places to do, not necessarily zip lining, but ropes courses, is like on the eastern seaboard. Is right up the way. It's fantastic.
That's what I'm saying.
Shout out to Sandy Springs Adventure Park. It's lit.
Boom. Shout out to Sandy Springs. Look, I sound like I'm hating right now.
You are a little bit, but I understand.
I am.
It's cool.
It's not because, like, don't think it's because I want to fly these girls out. Or it's because someone I wanted got flued out.
It's look.
How
about this?
Get it?
If someone you wanted got flew out.
Shout out to you.
Flown out.
Shout out to you. You got somebody to pay extreme amounts of money to impress you. Shout the fuck out.
You don't know what they got though. Like I said, Drake sent the PJ.
He did.
Like that 50 bands ain't nothing to Drake. That's like he probably got that off of the Grease record, just the streams alone.
Well, shout out to catching somebody's attention.
And
they had
it's a
it
tax
like
write-off because it was under the auspices.
Shout out
under the impression of a signing. So that 50 bands for the jet, that's all tax write-off. That's free, baby.
So in that case, shout out to catching the attention of somebody that could splurge on you like that.
Yeah, for sure. I'm trying to be the splurge level.
Even if I got splurge level money, that ain't my game because I don't see the point.
I mean,
my game might change.
So,
the rules to my game.
Have you ever sent an Uber?
Yeah.
Exactly. What's the difference?
That's home.
No, sent one to like.
That's getting you home.
No, I'm talking about sent one to pick a girl up.
Oh no,
me either. But even with the One Direction. Okay, let's scale it back. Have you ever paid for dinner?
Of course.
Okay, so
I was kind of talking about that earlier today. It's like that's not like that's just
not the dinner. The dinner's not what I'm bringing up. It's the cost relative to cash in hand. Right? So one could argue potentially it was cheaper for Drizzy to send the PJ to get Shorty and take her back home than it was for you to pay for whatever, let's say the fanciest dinner.
I understand what you're saying. What you're saying.
Relative
based
fractions.
Off of positioning. I understand what you're saying.
That's it. Straight dollars.
Yeah. So in actuality, it's who's really trying to impress who.
Yeah. So it's like, oh yeah, okay, bet. So like, I'll send this to you, and then she just shows up on the doorstep. What? He had to go nowhere. He probably got a chef there. Yo, chef, hook up hook up that steak you made last
Yeah,
night.
that was probably just a Thursday night for Drake. It's just the backstory of this one was amazing.
He probably needed some. He
needed some publicity for his album.
Not publicity.
Yeah.
He needed an experience to write about.
Yeah, I was gonna say he definitely needed something for the album. He definitely needed something for the album. That's the point in life that Drake is at now. He's doing shit for his album.
For a record.
Yeah.
Oh God, that's hilarious.
That nigga ruined a relationship for Certified Lover Boy track 8. Imagine listening to track 8.
Write that down.
Imagine listening to track 8 and hearing your story.
Right.
Literally.
Yeah.
This nigga says your name. I'm suing.
He's not even gonna have to say the name. All he's gonna say is 8 years.
Look,
and we're gonna be like, ooh.
Knock on wood.
Some clever.
It's never gonna happen to me. But let some shit like this happen to me, I'm suing. I'm pulling ultimate bitch move.
What suing? I mean,
say my name. I'm suing for likeness, nigga.
Better trademark, baby.
I don't care. You put me out there, I'm taking it.
Oh, that's
taking
hilarious.
I'm taking it. But yeah, shout out to Drake for being a shrewd operator. The
shrewd boy.
Yeah, the shrewd boy. That shrewd boy.
All right, what else we got on the joint? Or are we done? Is we finished or is we done?
We just about done. We got the last topic. Raise the price of your time, which kind of aligns a little bit into this toxicity that we've been talking about.
Perfectly.
Yeah, man.
It's like the last puzzle piece.
It is the last puzzle piece. Your time is what is valued at whatever you set it at.
And it is the most valuable thing you have.
It is literally the most valuable thing that you have. So, besides, I'll say your brain.
Not even.
Because if you don't got no brain, then fuck time.
If you ain't got no time, what you gonna do with a brain? I mean, time is literally your existence.
Think about it. You could definitely think about the fact that there's no time.
Oh God, that's hilarious.
Yo, there's no time. Boom.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Now life is over.
But like in terms of just life, I mean, you can't live without.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're absolutely right.
That's where I was
being
going with
coy.
it. That was a good point. That was hilarious.
Being coy.
So yeah, and it's like people have to you value your time at a certain level, and people earn your time with their gestures. Like I was saying to you earlier, with the homies might earn your time by saying, "Yo, like I got 5 on it," and then you got the other 5.
Mm-hmm.
But then I'm sure you got the homies that they're not pulling up unless you're like, "Yo, I'm good to go. Pull up."
Those are the only type of homies I have now.
Right, but understand the difference between the I got 5 on it homie and rather the one who's gonna give the other 5 and the one who's not pulling up unless it's already taken care of.
Yeah.
So he's like, I'm not gonna, if I'm coming, it needs to be a done deal. I'm not wasting no money on this.
Yeah.
Right.
There's a whole mentality.
So that's a tier. And then you got, going. Other homies who are just like, if we're not putting in no work, like I got shit to do.
Absolutely.
So like we can be cool and kick it, when I have time, or we can work on a project. You know what I'm saying? And the same thing goes for romantic relationships. So, some dudes, they get a smile and oh, you look nice, and they get all gushy, and all of a sudden they shooting, and that means that's cheap. And then some dudes, they not even gonna look at a chick unless she goes out of her way to make sure that he notices. Right? And then in that point, you kind of in the game. Like one of my homeboys, he never gets a girl's number. He always gives his to her. And his rationale is,
if you want to talk to me, you'll talk to me.
When she calls, he already knows he's in there. Whereas if you take the number, then it's a guessing game. Well, then it's like, I gotta try. I know she might not pick up and blah, blah, blah.
No, yeah.
But if she calls, right? But so then it's the thing. Like, I'm not about to waste my time chasing you. So you gotta earn my time by picking up the phone and calling me. And it's like there's all different levels of it. Just like Magic Johnson a long time ago, he said, "Hey, I got this." When he got rich, I got this $1 million idea, but he's like, these people don't understand that the business deals that I'm in are like for $100 million. I can't waste my time on what you're talking about. Like it's big to you.
Yeah, but
I'm over here with it.
Yeah, there's really nothing going on, my guy.
Yeah, and so
yeah, it's levels. Know what level you at.
I forget what
and appreciate it and maximize it.
Oh yeah, that came out because you was talking about simping.
Yeah, man.
Raise the
Can't be
value on your time,
simping, bro. Can't be simping.
Yeah.
And when you get caught, just take that lesson on the chin. Pause.
Yeah. People only respect your time. People respect your time at the same level that you do.
That is facts.
And I guess it's really just respect, period. You respect yourself at a certain level, then they will as well. Because you're not going to, I don't know if I've said this on the show before, but like one thing I've noticed is that people in your circle can only treat you so much better or so much worse than how you value yourself. So like you have a range of how you value yourself, how you respect yourself, and all of your relationships, all your friendships are going to be within that range. And the reason is this. If someone treats you far worse than you think of yourself, you're going to tell them to fuck off. Like, why are you around? But, I should say, and if someone treats you far better than you treat yourself, you're going to be like, yo, this person's crazy. I'm out of here. Because it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And so, whatever you set yourself at, you know, whatever frequency you're at, whatever your level of esteem is, it's only going to be a little bit off that. All your relationships are going to be slightly off that, which is why, like, once you invest in yourself and you start doing better, you're like, yo, like, I can't be around these people. But even more than that, sometimes they just stop showing up.
Yeah.
Because, like, you're just on a different level now, and it just doesn't work.
Separates.
And that's
It just separates. Yeah. No, that's facts. That's definitely facts. So, yeah, I think we'll end it with that.
It's a good 40 in the bank. All right, y'all.
Pay attention to the levels.
Appreciate y'all checking in to, I want to say this is Reke and Reem Pod episode 11. Good old double one.
11. Good old double one. Yeah. Moral of the story. Respect yourself. Appreciate yourself. And protect yourself.
That too.
Value yourself, respect, protect, and value yourself. And the masses will do the same. They will follow suit. They won't do the same unless you do it. So lead the charge. Lead the charge.
Peace. Until next time.
Until next time.
I'm about to make me a crunch wrap.